Hello world, this is a Dance Rep Level 80 guide. This is Shadowbringers 5.1. For our main hand we have the Blue Spirit Glaives, and this is crafted. This is the crafting list. First off we have a White Campanula Corsage, if that is how you pronounce that. It is a crafted helmet, and this is the crafting list. Secondly we have a Falconarian Bustier, and this is the crafting list. Next up for the gloves, we have the Fairy Tale Princess's gloves. They can be found in the mod station under a set. And for the legs, the Fairy Tale Princess's long skirt as well can be found in the mod station under the same set. For the feet, we have your augmented torn boots of aiming. You can get the original one through Poetics by talking to Hismena in Idleshire, and also in Idleshire you can upgrade it further with the NPC Seika to get yourself the dyeable version. And of course the accessories will be in the description if you want to know more information on those. Welcome to Shadowbringers Skill Spotlight. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for more. Level 72, you get Flourish, grants you the effects of Flourishing Cascade, Flourishing Fountain, Flourishing Windmill, Flourishing Shower, and Flourishing Fan Dance. It is instant cast with a 60-second off global. At level 76, we get Esprit, or however you pronounce that. Grants Esprit to self and nearby party members upon successfully executing standard finish or technical finish. The Esprit gauge will accumulate when you or a party member under the effect of Esprit land a weapon skill or cast a spell. For you, it's going to be a weapon skill. The proc chance is roughly 30 to 50%. I roughly say it's 50%, but it could be worse, or it could be better. So 50% sounds pretty good. At level 76, we also get Saber Dance, delivers an attack to target and all enemies nearby with a potency of 600 for the first enemy and 50% less for all remaining enemies. Esprit gauge cost of 50, it is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown. At level 78, we get Enhanced En Avant 2, allows the third charge of En Avant, basically a dash, 1 and 2, and dash 3. Remember your slow turn before your dash. At level 8, we get Improvisation, dance to the beat of your own drum, granting improvisation to self, continuously increasing Esprit gauge while in combat, duration of 15 seconds. And the HP recovery via healing actions for self and nearby party members is increased by 10%. Now while you're doing this, make sure you do not move. The Esprit gauge increase depends on how many party members are within that circle. It is fantastic for stack mechanics and topping everyone off. So this is going to be a new section in my videos. I try to keep it to roughly a minute so it doesn't take too long, or even less than that. So the first thing is the Materia, and then we're going to move on to Food Priority and then to Medicine Priority. Early game it's going to be Direct Hit Rate as your first, and then Critical Hit, then Determination, and then late game you're going to do Critical Hit, Direct Hit Rate, Determination. Let's move on to our food section. And for your main food, I recommend the Papato Salad. It has a very stat choice towards critical hits. And as a secondary, I also recommend using the Espresso Campana, especially in the early game. And for medicine, since we are a ranged physical damage dealer, we use Dexterity, so we'll go with the Grade 2 Tincture of Dexterity, which gives us a pretty decent amount. It doesn't have to be high quality, you don't actually have to use this. This is optional, but that's the way to go. So for a single target, let's start off with our closed position, put that on your partner DPS. Let's start off with our standard step into the next 2 steps turned into from weapon skills. Do that standard finish into Devilment, immediate technical step. Let's do our 4 steps, 3 and 4, do the technical finish into the Flourish. Now let's start off with Reverse Cascade. Mind you, toss off your Fan Dance and then your Fountain Fall, get into melee position for that Blood Shower into the Rising Windmill. And then let's finish it off with a Cascade. And basically just watch out for procs, the same from level 70, nothing really has changed. The only difference is the Fan Dance 3 that you have to toss out in priority to the actual other Fan Dances. Then eventually in your rotation, you're going to swap out one of your weapon skills for the Saber Dance as soon as you hit 50 on your Esprit gauge. Let's start off with our closed position into the standard step. Let's do our 2 steps, 1 and 2, into standard finish, into the immediate devilment, technical step. Let's do our 4 steps, so it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, technical finish. into the immediate Flourish. Make sure you get into melee range. Let's do our Blood Shower into the immediate Fan Dance 3 into the Rising Wind Wheel. Now, from here, we're just going to keep spamming out our AoE and watching out for those fan dances, the fan dance procs, until we actually get our standard step. Now, while you're continuing rotation, make sure that as soon as you hit 50 on your Esprit gauge, you toss out the Saber dance, and that should conclude for the AoE rotation. So this will be your off-global priority. Let's start off with our cleansed position. Make sure that's on someone, or preferably the DPS that you're partnered with. Second off is the doublemint. Make sure you use this after a standard step in the opener, or technically any time it's available. Just use it in conjunction with a weapon skill. Thirdly is your Fan Dance 3. Make sure you pop this guy before the other two Fan Dances. Make sure this guy is down and unavailable. Because they do not stack, so if you're popping a Fan Dance 2, for example, and your 3 is still available, they will basically cancel each other. So toss your 3, your 2, and then hopefully get another one, another 3 again. And then finally Flourish. Make sure you use this guy after using all of your weapon skill procs, and also your Fan Dance 3 proc. Alright, so this is going to be a dungeon example for Dancer up to level 80. Let's see what dungeon this is. It's going to be the Grand Cosmos. Let's go ahead and put my close option on my partner DPS, to my Peloton. So like I said before, you have options between Papato Salad late game and Espresso Campana early game, and of course your Tincture of Dexterity. Let's wait for the tank there. Just burning my things. There we go. More AoE to burn. Let's caps. Make sure you use that before it caps out. Don't do what I did, like a dummy. Let's toss that Peloton. Yeah, burn the Saber dance as soon as you get it. Don't wait till it reaches 80, 90. Don't let it even think about capping. It should have enough time for the tank initiates. There we go. So that's the Tank Buster. And this should be AoE. Let's get into my position. Use Second Wind. Oh, wrong one. Dark Pulse. Improvisation. There we go. Let's just wait for the healer to do its AoE heal. Shadow Bolt is Tank Buster. Just make sure you use them. Don't just let them sit there. Unless you have raid-wide mechanics to worry about. Let's go to our position. Here goes my Discord. I try to edit out as much of that as possible. Sometimes I just can't. quite do it. Oh. Sharp bolts should be tank buster. Okay, let's burn through my procs before I use that. Shield Samba. Alright, good stuff. I was looking at improvisation there, but it was still on cooldown. Anytime you see an AoE common, improvisation is typically your first one. That and Shield Samba. Try to spread them apart. You don't need to pop both of them at the same time, unless the raid mechanic is pretty strong on its own. And you may want to pop them both. But yeah, it's pretty strong. Pretty effective. I find Dancer a lot more efficient than Bard sometimes, but it's all on playstyle. And with that, we're going to excuse myself and we're going to continue on with the next of the videos, and that should be good enough for this one. You guys take care. Have a good one.